Superstition Mountains is this very creepy place, and a lot of strange stuff happens there. In fact, the Apaches who first were on this land, they believed there was a gateway to the underworld. And the European settlers who came to this area gave it the name, the Superstition Mountains, because so many weird things would happen here. Now, this particular story happened in 2009. There was this guy, and he said, at the time he was living in Phoenix, him and his friend, they were really big into like legends and lore. So they go online and they look up, legends and lore in Arizona. They come across the Superstition Mountains. So they decided they would go spend the night there and go on like a little hiking trip. So they set off and they get there to the spot where there's this 8 mile trail and it's like a loop. When they get there, he said it was about like 5 o'clock at night. And he said they kind of were like, is this really a good idea? Should we be going hiking this late at night? Ultimately, they decided to continue. So they get out of their vehicles, they grab their backpacks, and they start hiking as fast as they can to find like a campsite. And they said, it got completely dark to the point where they could only see like just a little bit in front of them where their headlamps were illuminating. So they find this little cleared out area, and they said, okay, let's set up camp here. So they get their tents and everything set up, and they start making food. When all of a sudden, they see a rock fly into their campsite, and it's about the size of a baseball. And they're like, where did that come from? Like, did that fall off like one of the cliffs or something, or one of the mountains? Like, how in the world did this rock like get thrown over here? And they're like, it probably just like fell down off a mountain or something. So as they're sitting around this campfire, they started to hear like these weird sounds coming from around the campsite, and they begin to see all of these lights appear outside of the camp. And they said it looked like other people, with flashlights. So they're like, hey, who is it? Like, we're here camping. Like, who are you? And then they said the lights just went out and it got completely quiet. And they said they started to hear like cricket sounds, and it got louder and louder and louder. And then all of a sudden they hear this scream. So they panic and they just take off running, and they start running back down this trail, trying to get back to their vehicle. Well, the one guy, as he's running, he missteps and falls down like this hill, and he kind of comes into this ravine, and he like has scraped up his leg. And so like he's laying there in the ravine, and he starts hearing his friend like yelling his name, like, where are you? Where'd you go? Like, are you okay? And he said that's when he hears his voice, but it wasn't him, responding to his friend saying, I'm all right. I'm up ahead. Like, come forward and like you'll find me. And he yells out like, no, don't go. Like, don't go that direction. Like, don't go that direction. I'm down here in this hill. And his friend's kind of like, what is going on? Like, where are you? And he's like, I'm down in the hill. So he shines his light down in, this ravine where he's at.